I do agree, fuck algebra. Especially if your algebra teacher's an idiot who doesn't know how to explain algebra. Like, holy shit, that lady gave us a quiz in class today, nobody understood it, and she got, like, uber pissed. She got uber pissed that nobody understood it, even though we didn't go over it. She's like, guys, it's basic algebra. It's like, shit, I haven't done basic algebra since fucking 9th grade. Space GPSs, right? Alright, you want to set both of these to 50. And then you want to go to your Z coordinate and you want to like scan, make sure there's no atmosphere. See, invalid X. Okay, so this is where things get tricky. This is what you do instead. You do 100. Okay, that's the Adventure Zone layer, or the station. Okay, that might be the Adventure Zone layer. I don't know. What the luck. Okay, we can't go to 4. We can go to 1. Okay, there we go. So you want to send it there, and this is where things get tricky, because now I'm confused. Okay, you go look at your thing, which for us is poop. So our first X is 48. I'm gonna sound like a teacher right now, but hey, at least I'll actually fucking explain it until people understand. No hard feelings. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to do X equals 48, and you want to do Y equals 27. This is how you get your offsets. So what you want to do is you want to recall that shit. You just want to bump these by 1. Okay, then you scan again. You don't scan. I mean, hit refresh on the GPS. Okay, did this change? Yes, yes it did. So see how it says 49 and 28? That means you do 49, you do 28, and what you want to do is you want to subtract these from each other. So the second coordinates, basically x2, which is like 51, 51, or in our case 101 and 51, are x2 and y2. So what you want to do is you want to subtract the y2 from the y1, which would be 27. So both offsets are x. Our x offset is 1, and our y offset is also 1. So this makes it really easy for us. So what you want to do now is, let me get my little math book here. So you want to multiply the offsets by what you did them by. So in our case, so for x, we did 100. So what you want to do is you want to multiply 100 by your offset, which in our case is 1. So that means it's 100. So then you want to subtract 100 by the original coordinates, which in our case, the x for 100 was 48. So you take your x, you do 100 minus 48, and that gives you 52. Okay, so we're calculating for x right now. No, man, I want to explain this first, then you can just give me all the coordinates. Okay, so then you want to add to your target coordinates, and let's go to... Alright, somebody said meet, so our x is 209. So what you want to do is you want to add the result from 148 to, you want to add 52 to 209. So, or 52 from 209, sorry. Get a little ahead. Alright, so you get 261. And what you want to do is you want to divide it by the original offset. So 261 divided by 21 would be, well, 261. So bam! You got your first coordinate. So now if you set that shit to 3, which is might be the thing, so you put 261. And now you do the exact same thing for your y. And our y would be 50 minus 27. And then would be 23. And then you add it to the target chord, which for meat is 23. You get 46. So bam, it's 46. So 261 and 46, and watch, I probably did the math wrong somewhere, but hey, look at that. And then we scan it. No atmosphere. See, that's the station. So number 2 is our adventure layer. And like that, we are good. We hit receive. A little GPS pops up, and then we add a bookmark. Spoopy station. Now we are going to read a story. It's a beautiful story. It's a classic. Right, here we go. Alright, gather around, kitties, for a new story. It's called The Sex and the Singularity. "I'm ready, baby," said Annabel Lee, reclining naked on the captain's bed. She was an attractive lass, with a beard like Lincoln's and a smile of yellow teeth. Fridge grinned, his armor heavy and bulky. "All right," he growled, sending shivers down Annabel's back. He listened to his headset. "Singularity and security," came the crackly voice of Joe Q before he grimaced and switched off the headset. "That doesn't sound good," said Fridge. He looked at Annabel and ripped off his armor, exposing his thin, trembling form. Annabel smiled. "Fuck," she said, curling her greasy hair. Fridge looked at her, one eye trembling. He could not control his space he could not control his space horniness any longer. He had a taste for buttocks. "You too," he choked, and jumped on her, doing her like a grown man living in a basement. Fucking hell. Doing her like a grown man living in a basement would do to a doll. Annabel was impressed. "Oh yes," she cried, pissing herself a little. "Don't stop." Fridge struggled to remember the famous Earth phrase from the great war hero McDonald's. He said, "Loving it." Jesus Christ. "Loving it. Oh God, help us!" Joe Q's screaming voice came from Annabel's headset. "It's eating cash! Fuck, Jesus Christ!" Annabel pouted, listening to Joe's dying scream. "Fuck," she cried. "I'm gonna take off my headset. This is ruining it for me." Fridge nodded while her agreeing so goddamn loud. He began to do her harder like his stepfather taught him. "Can't. Oh well. Oh God, yes!" She slumped back as Fridge finished, his mustache sweaty and moist. You're amazing, sir," she panted. Fridge grinned, putting his armor back on. "You're amazing too, Annabel. Thank God I don't have a camera in here." Annabel giggled, putting a hand to her mouth. "Heh," laughed Fridge. Lee leaned back. "I think this is the most fun I've had on a trip here." "Me too," nodded Fridge. "Alert! Alert!" the AI's voice boomed from the speaker. "The shuttle has been called. 10 minutes until the shuttle arrival." "Fuck!" shouted Annabel, irritated. "I hate it when they call the cab early." "Probably the fun, too." "Wait, what?" said Fridge, swinging his backpack over his shoulders. Annabel sat up, putting her semen-stained jumpsuit on. "It must be hard being captain." Fridge whistled. I've been on this hellhole for a long time, and I've seen some crazy shit." Annabel looked curious. She looked up at the captain. "Like what?" she said, tilting her head. Fridge looked off into the distance, remembering thousands of horrific days gone past. Red-suited space maniacs called syndicates, green shit that eats everything. Annabel listened intently, occasionally offering a "What are they?" or a "Oh no!" "Strange monsters that can turn into monkeys and steal your DNA," continued Fridge, remembering finding the former HOS drained of all life in the tunnel. "Space-fine shit that sticks over the station." Annabel was sympathetic. "How can you handle it all? I get scared whenever there's a bit of an air problem." "Yeah, that's not the only fucking problem you got." Fridge rubbed his mustache, checking his PDA absent-mindedly. "We don't really handle it," he explained. "CENTCOM gets nanotrans to get off their lazy axes and come to get off their lazy ass and come fix the station for once, since the engineers don't know how." He listened to his headset. Silence. "I think we should go now," he said quickly. "The Singularity could be here at any moment." "Okay," nodded Annabel. "Don't leave me." Fridge looked at her. "You coming?" And she replied with, "I already did. I'm just kidding." "Just trying to stand up," groaned Annabel, grunting as her back straightened. Fridge had certainly plowed her hard. "That was a workout." Just then, the wall in front of him went flying into the gaping maw of the Singularity, its light blue color and black center making it look like some sort of eye. "What the fuck?" breathed Fridge, looking right into it. "Oh God!" screamed Annabel. She slipped and went flying into the Singularity, reduced to Gibbs. "Shit!" cried Fridge before he too went into the Singularity. Fridge opened his eyes, and he was standing on the bridge. He looked down at himself, transparent. He was a ghost, and Annabel was there, looking at him. "Hold me," she breathed. Fridge hugged her. "Well," he said, "we're dead now." I regret nothing, smiled Annabelle. She giggled sadly. Should have left earlier, laughed Fridge, his voice full of sorrow. They heard the voice of the still living AI come from the speaker. Attention, it said. The captain has been shot with the singularity cannon for fucking on the job. Annabelle didn't register it for a second. Probably, yeah, she continued. Then she realized what the AI had said. She began laughing hysterically. Then she realized what the AI had said. Oh wait, I already read that. How many ghosts were watching us? Asked Fridge, looking around. Another ghost appeared. It was like a man, but with a horse on his for a head. Tan Honey. Fridge recognized him. Fridge, neighed Tan Honey. The admin saw! The couple expressions turned to horror. All of us! There we go. Because the main 4 servers I've played, both in the past and recently, first of all, when I started playing Space Station 13, I did Face Punch. So as you can tell, my intro to Space Station 13 was like running at a 90-degree wall and hoping to climb up it. Sometimes it just doesn't work, man. So yeah, I had to learn quickly, and of course my dumbass, the first job I took on Face Punch was security. You can imagine my confusion. Like, there'd be so much stuff going on, and there'd be so much lag that I would just look at the screen and go, I don't know what any of this is anymore. Like, it could be like a soda can, but like everything's going so fast and my brain's having trouble processing it that it just looks like a that it just looks like a blob of pixels. I'm just sitting there like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know how to play this game. And hang on. And I'd be that guy, I'd be that noob that would harm baton people because I thought it would stun them longer. And I also buckle cuffed every single person. I was a horrible security officer. And then Paradise came up and it said medium RP, and I got on there and it was like the rounds were super slow on there. So if Face Punch was my intro into the game, then Paradise was where I mastered the game. Up until I got perma-banned as captain, job banned. Because I put the story up, and I don't know if you read it, but I put it up on Reddit, and it's also what got me the job ban. It got me unbanned from the job ban. Basically, it was like really, really late at night, and it was really, really bad Grey Tide that round, and I was feeling really, really vengeful, and I basically raged at the game hard. Like, you had the chief medical officer, he called the evac shuttle, and I said, no, we can do this, we can fight. So I took a fire axe, he tried to kill me, I chopped him up into little bits. And then I went up to the brig, right? I went up to the brig, and they had captured the Grey Tide leader. I started torturing the poor bastard, saying, call off the assault! Who are your members? I cut off his arms and legs, and I broadcasted it to the station. It was horrible. It gets even worse. So I head down, security's sitting there panicking like, they killed the HOS and cannibalized him, sir. And I'm sitting there like, it turns out they didn't cannibalize him. Somebody was like spreading rumors. So I'm like, if they cannibalized people, then we start killing. And they're just sitting there. I run into the Grey Tide. They all have spears. I start chopping them down left and right. And my security guys behind me, they just stand there in like stunned silence as they watch me brutalize my crew. and so they then pull out their tasers. It's like, okay, let's just arrest people that the captain hasn't killed. So they start panicking. Oh my god, it was beautiful. There was like so many tasers and handcuffs flying around. One of the warden, he was dressed up in riot gear, and he started firing fucking tear gas grenades everywhere. There was smoke shooting up. People were getting stabbed and murdered. The heads were flying. Oh my god, it was so chaotic. But here's where I started to rage quit. So what happened was the admins PM'd me. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you killing all these people? It's 3 a.m. I'm like 14 years old. I have like school in the morning. So I rage quit hard. I'm like, fuck this fucking game over radio. And then I quit. And that's the reason why I don't play medium or HRP anymore, because I think I take it too seriously a lot of the time, because the rules are really, really strict and they enforce it. And the thing is that I don't want to play a character and read like 50 different rules about how I can't like piss on people or something. Like, if I want to do something, I just want to do it. I don't want to have to like act it out. And later on, I basically just stuck to TG and I played Goon off and on. And I didn't really like Goon because it was like really, really weird. Because the thing is I was so used to Box Station that having like Goon Station where everything's kind of vertical, it felt so weird to me. Because I'm used to like going left to right, not up and down. Because Cog Map is a really, really vertical map. Like, it felt like somebody took a Box Station and basically turned it on its side, like 180 degrees, and I started freaking out. I'm like, nothing makes sense. Oh, man. As you can see, I'm a big fan of ERP, HRP. And yes, you can burn me at the stake, but after Paradise, I didn't immediately go to TG. I forgot about this detail because I kind of pushed it out of my mind. You know what? I'm man enough to admit this. I played on Best RP. Yeah. Because the code was so similar to Paradise that I was like, I was so upset that I got I got job banned from Captain, that like I did like a shame thing, like, you know, like, shame. I can't come back to the server and show my face. So I went to Best RP, and let me tell you, boy, oh man, oh dear God. Oh God. Shame. Okay. And here's another thing. I'm also man enough to admit this. I got caught up in several ERP situations against my will. You have that so, you just be talking with somebody, right? And of course, you read the description of the lady, and it's like she even linked herself a picture, and I'm just sitting here like, I don't want to go through on this. I really don't want to go through on this. But you're bored, you don't want to do your job, so you continue talking to her. And like, I was saying the most stupidest of shit to her, and she's sitting there like, hey, you want to go to the shower, baby? And it's like, you're just sitting there like, fuck it, okay, maybe she'll kill me, I can end my life right then and there. But no, she strips down, and like, she's like, get out of that jumpsuit, come on, let's have some fun. And you're just sitting there like in the back of your mind, what the fuck am I doing? So let me continue. So anyway, she's sitting there, she's nude, I'm sitting there in my like soaking wet jumpsuit, and some dude walks into the shower and starts helicoptering his dick. That was like the only memorable round I had on Best RP. Oh, and what made it worse is that she drugged me into like the private research bathroom, and I asked the admins to help bail me out. They made up a huge backstory about how I had a black Cajun wife who's also a chef. She came and she's like, "What you doing with this blonde bitch? I was your only woman." And I'm like, "Listen, this isn't what it looks like. I'm being forced here against my will." She's like, "Hell no!" She cut off my dick. She put me into crit. And the blonde lady sitting there freaking out. She isn't helping defend me at all. She's just standing there like an idiot. And my black Cajun wife, she throws me on the table. She's like, "I'm gonna make gumbo out of your liver." I'm like sitting there screaming my ass off. And and so anyway, I know I'm just walking around. I'm not really playing the game, but I want to finish this story. Oh shit. So anyway, so she continues, right? And oh Jesus. Shit. So anyway, she demands a divorce, and she makes it public, and it's like the captain goes over the intercom. "Would Mr. James Wardle please come to the No. Those were the best admins on Best RP. The rest of the time, it was basically, "I want your money," and what's his face? What's his name? The scam artist. Yeah, he can go die in a hole still. Anyway, so basically, it's like, would a Mr. James Wardle please come to the HOP's office to sign your divorce papers? And I just woke up from surgery, right? And so anyway, the bitch wakes me up and she's like, okay, that was really weird, but do you want to continue? I say yes, because I'm just in stunned shock right now. And so I asked the admins, please, you gotta bail me out, and this time make sure I can't come back. They spawn Cthulhu, and Cthulhu walks into the shower. She's getting naked. I'm sitting there clothed, staring off into space. And Cthulhu shows up. I'm like, Cthulhu, join in! She's like, what? Oh my god! And she's sitting there bitching about how it's terrible RP as Cthulhu fucking takes her with his tentacles and rips her in half. I kind of want to trip balls. And I forgot to get a multi-tool. Yeah, but I kind of want it to be fun, like exclamation mark dwarf fortress levels of fun. Hey, I never tried this on Goon Station. Can you load up the fire extinguisher with a screwdriver and shoot it at somebody? For some reason, it feels like that'd just be a proper thing to do. But there's a multi-tool down here, right? Nope, fucking somebody took it. That appears to be knockout gas. Okay. That's always fun. Okay. Okay. How many more fucking times can I say okay? Apparently that many times. Dude, open up your belt. Come on. How many flashes do we need? We don't need this many flashes. We're gonna kill people, not stun them. I'm not playing solid punished venom snakes here. I'm gonna kick your ass because I'm a master in karate. I'm laughing. I'm fucking high on laughing gas. This is beautiful. This is perfect. Watch, I'm gonna randomly pass out when we finally get to a minor. I'm gonna kick your ass. This is for calling me a nerd on the internet. You know what we are? We're the one neckbeard that it can actually kick somebody's ass. We forgot the gloves. We forgot the gloves! It's still going! Jesus Christ! Is it done? Is it done? Help! Perfect. Fucking perfect. I forgot to lock our PDA. Oh shit. Never change. Okay. That's enough of that. You wanna know how to creep people out in Goon Station? Hug them and treat them like they're a human being. That is how you get people to look at you. They're like, holy shit, that guy's actually nice. I'm gonna just say one thing right here, and it's gonna be totally out of context, but if LifeWeb has taught me one thing, it's that if you suck a dick, you can get a lot done. That's all. So I was on Moonseum, right? And I was leading an expedition party there. I'll stop right here. So I was leading an expedition party, and we were going to do all the adventure zones, because I was acting like a brave British explorer. We're going to go on an adventure, chaps! Kind of like that. So we went to the Moonseum first, because I wanted a t-shirt. Well, we went on the tour, and somebody broke into one of the exhibits with terrorists, and there was like an AK-47 in there. Well, somebody started pulling it around, and was aiming it at people and making gun noises, so, hang on. So what I did was he threw the gun to me, and I'm like, I'm gonna shoot you guys. And so I'm like, click, 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 and then all of a sudden it blew up. And I shot myself in the head because I was clicking on other people. And they're sitting there like in stunned silence, like, I thought it was a replica. How did he manage to do that? So my Telescience expedition got cut off really, really short because I was playing with a replica that happened to be a real gun that managed to have one bullet loaded for just my head. If I learned anything today, guys, if I learned anything today, it's not to play with guns. Treat all of them like they're loaded. And I went through a gun safety course. I'm just an idiot. Who cooked this shit? These fries are fucking overcooked. You're as much as a chef as I am a nice person. You call yourselves chefs? We need to go to bed. Indeed! Indeed, my friend. You see, I'm not drunk on life or alcohol. I'm just really, really tired. Also, I sounded like a really pissed off Harry Potter there for a moment. Voldemort, you have no nose! Screw you! I have a scar! Flipendo. Leaf. Make like. Here we go. Make like a tree and fuck off. Alright, so. One weekend. No, not even one weekend. 1 week at my grandparents'. There was literally nothing to watch on TV. And you see, my grandparents, they're like Eastern Texas, basically deep South rednecks. So either you had 3 channels. You had Fox News, you had the Hunting Channel, or when they went to bed, you had Stars. And the thing is that Stars that week, they had a Back to the Future marathon, like non-stop, all weekend long, just nothing but Back to the Future. 1, 2, and 3. I marathoned those movies every night because it was literally the only thing that I could watch without having a hernia. Oh my god. It's just, it's weird watching Back to the Future like 5 times in a row, because then you start thinking, am I on the wrong timeline? Where did I go wrong? If every single choice we make in life branches off into like 15 different ones, then what would my other lives be like? And you just sit there like 3 a.m. in pitch black darkness with only the glow of the TV illuminating you with Marty's face on it, and you're sitting there like zoning out as like fucking Biff Tannen shows up and like, make like a tree and beat it.